So we apologize for the technical difficulties there. There should be this new stream restarted up. The last one looks to be in a permanent buffer. I typed in that chat to head over to this new stream. The old one is no good anymore. To catch you up here, one runner on, one out here in the top of the 5th inning. Number 26, Nico Pezzanella in the box for the Bison. So Panton at first base for the Bison with one out. A fresh count to the lefty Pezzanella after Spuds coach comes out and has a chat with pitcher Nico Martinez. So the 0-0 count. Martinez dealing to Pezzanella, the DH for the Bison. Here comes the pitch. That one finds the out and the edge of the strike zone for strike number 1. So the 0-1 count with one out, a runner on here in the top of the 5th inning for the Bison. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Martinez. That one low and outside, even the count at 1-1. So 1-1 count. Martinez in his 5th inning for the Spuds. 4 strikeouts. Dealing to Pezzanella. That pitch, big swing and a miss for strike number 2. So 1-2 count. Martinez to Pezzanella. Panton at first after being walked. Time called on the mound. The 1-2 to Pezzanella, the DH for the Bison. Runner at first, one out, top of the 5th. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curves outside for ball 2. The count now even at 2-2. So the even 2-2 count. Martinez, 4 strikeouts. Dealing to Pezzanella. That one also outside. Will move the count to full. So runner at first here in the top of the 5th. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Martinez. On its way, that one swung at. That one won't stay fair. Foul ball. So the count still full. We'll try this one once more. Martinez to Pezzanella. One out, one runner on. The full count pitch. On its way. That one swung at high towards the second baseman, Gabe Garrett. He watches that one come down and makes the grab for out number 2. So that one popped up. Garrett makes the grab. 2 outs. We'll bring up Luke Bannister, the catcher for the Bison.
The catcher, number 10, Luke Bannister. The catcher, Bannister.
So a fresh count to Bannister. Martinez, 4 strikeouts. That's Panton standing at first base for the Bison. That first pitch in there, ball 1. So a 1-0 count, Martinez to Bannister. Here comes the pitch. Runner looks to go, but slips. So Panton looked like he was going to try to attempt a steal, but slips on his first move to second. It's the turf infield here at Wolf Field. Not the traditional dirt. Here comes the pitch. That one swung out, fouled off again. So the count 1-2. Two outs, top of the 5th inning. Bison still leading this one 3-1. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Time called from Bannister. So the count still 1-2. Runner at first, 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Martinez looking to get out of this one. That strike low and in there to even the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th inning, Bison still lead this one 3-1. Justice Banton at first base. Here comes the 2-2. Runner will go. That one swung out towards center field. That one will be in there for a base hit. So Bannister, a base hit, advanced runner. A little bit of an error there. So the throw to third base looks like it got away from Barricani. I looked away there for a second. And next thing you know, Panton was making his way from second to third and head first slide in time. So now runners at the corners.
Third baseman, number 21, Keegan Schultz.
Brings up Keegan Schultz, who's got a base hit on the day.
What? That's an error. Yeah. He's got 3 now.
So the coach for the Spuds comes out to have a chat with pitcher Nico Martinez. Once again, I'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties we experienced earlier. Lost some sort of connection, so the stream is in a permanent buffer. I hope wasn't too hard to make your way to this new stream. Score still 3-1. Looks like a new pitcher will be coming in. Number 25. Number 25, Henry Clark. So Henry Clark comes in for relief for Nico Martinez, who had 4 strikeouts on the day, 3 runs allowed. So number 25, Henry Clark, in for the Spuds on the mound. We'll let him warm up. We'll be right back.
Don't you hear me?
So welcome back to the top of the 5th inning. A new pitcher in for relief, Henry Clark, number 25. Clark on the season, 4 innings pitched, a 0 ERA. So clean ERA, that first pitch in there, a low for ball 1. So runners on the corner, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The 1-0 count. Henry Clark, his second pitch of the night, on its way for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on the corner. That's Panton at third. Bannister at first. A pickoff attempt. Bannister slides back in. Will be safe. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. That one swung at, will be fouled to the third baseman coach, who actually makes the play. So 2-1 count. Clark on the mound now for the Spuds. Bison leading this one 3-1. A runner in scoring position. That pitch will be high, ball 3. So the count shifts to 3-1. Keegan Schultz, a base hit earlier today, finds himself 3-1 count. That one will be low. So Henry Clark's first batter is walked, which will juice the bases. Brings up Mitchell Tolk, who does have that RBI double earlier. So Clark coming in for relief, finds himself back slightly against the wall here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Righty Tolk, that one curves in there for a strike. So Clark starts this one with a strike, an 0-1 now to Tolk. So bases loaded here in the top of the 5th inning. Score still 3-1. 0-1 count. The righty Clark to the righty Tolk. Here comes the second pitch. Time called for Mitchell Tolk in the box. Tolk steps back into the box with the bases loaded now. 2 outs, an 0-1 count. Here comes that 0-1 pitch. That one swung on towards the shortstop. Schwartzberg fields it cleanly. The throw to first in time, out number 3. So Clark comes in for relief. The bases loaded, but gets out of it with no runs allowed. So a good play there from the shortstop to field the ball and toss it to first. The Bison lead this one 3-1. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th inning right after this break.
Don't you hear my boots flap as
So welcome back to Spuds TV, bottom of the 5th inning here. The catcher, Jeremy Keller, making his Spuds debut tonight, will be leading the inning off. Spuds trail this one 3-1, looking to grab their first win of the season. That one swung at towards right field. That's right fieldman Tico Pereira getting his way underneath the ball. First pitch out. So that'll bring up the shortstop, Zachary Schwartzberg.
Zach Schwartzberg.
One quick out here to start the bottom of the 5th inning. The sun slowly sets here in beautiful Caldwell, Idaho. The first pitch, bunt shown, fouled off. Strike one. So an 0-1 start. Slowick still on the mound for the Bison. Here comes that pitch. That one will be low and outside for ball one. So even a count out at 1-1. So a scoring recap. Both teams scored one single run in the third, and then the Bison scoring two more in the top of the fourth to regain the lead. So one out, 1-1 count on its way. That one swung at, fouled off, strike two. So the count, 1-2. Schwartzberg steps back into the box. Looking at Matt Slowick on the mound. He's only got 3 strikeouts tonight. Oh, that one high makes contact with Schwartzberg's helmet. Let's hope he is all right. Makes his way to first. A good sprint, good spirits. Looks to be all right.
Third baseman, number 5, Dawson Baracani.
So Dawson Baracani, rounding out the lineup tonight for the Spuds, comes to the plate with Schwartzberg now at first base. So the right-handed hitter wearing number 5 playing third baseman tonight steps into the box for the Spuds. So Baracani had 2 at-bats last game, couldn't get a hit. The runner will go first to second. The throw will not be in time. So a second successful stolen base tonight. Schwartzberg makes his way from first to second. So now a runner in scoring position, as that one was in there for a ball. A 1-0 count, now a runner at second. So Baracani in the box. Comes the pitch. That one swung at towards the third baseman. The one hop is fielded cleanly and tossed over for out number 2. So Schultz, a good play on that grounder. Finds the second out of the inning as Schwartzberg still stands at second base. This will bring the top of the lineup. The right fielder, Lucas Daniel-Wicks, stepping into the box. Daniel-Wicks batting .400 on the year. Mentioned that a couple of times today. 10 at-bats, 4 hits, 4 runs, a couple of doubles. So the righty Daniel-Wicks, the runner in scoring position, 2 outs. First pitch, that one high. Ball one. So a 1-0 count to Daniel-Wicks. Slowick in his 5th inning. Runner will go from second to third, but Daniel-Wicks fouls that one off. So Schwartzberg will wake his way back to second base. A great crowd here today on this Wednesday afternoon. Spuds fans showing out. Caldwell Staff Appreciation Night out here. The Spuds trail 3-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That one swung at towards center field. Will it drop? Right fielder running Tico Pereira comes in and makes the grab. So a runner stranded in scoring position for the Spuds. As Daniel-Wicks pops out to right, the Bison keep their lead 3-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. This is Spuds TV. We thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the action. Top of the 6th inning, Tico Pereira, the right fielder, has a base hit on the day. Steps back into the box. The Bison holding on to their 3-1 lead. Here comes the first pitch, a swing and a miss from Pereira, strike one.
Make some noise, folks.
The 0-1 count. That one on its way, ball one. 1-1 will even the count. So Pereira leading things off here in the top of the 6th. A base hit earlier on the day. Looking at Henry Clark, that pitch on its way towards the third baseman. Baracani makes the play, tosses to first. A little bit off, but Stone comes off the bag and able to tag Pereira on his way to the bag. So 1 up, 1 down to start the top of the 6th.
Justin Raw.
That'll bring the bottom of the lineup for the Bison, the left fielder, Justin Ross. He has a base hit earlier today. Facing the pitcher, Henry Clark, who came in to relieve Martinez last inning on the season. Pretty good stats. That first pitch on its way catches the outside for a strike. So as I mentioned, Clark 4 innings pitched, a 0 ERA, 4 hits allowed. Here comes the pitch. That one, big swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1 out, top of the 6th, 0-2 count. Clark to Ross. Here comes the pitch. That one, big swing and a miss. Strike number 3. So Clark finds his first strikeout of the night. We'll bring up the top of the lineup, Derek Wood, the center fielder now. Once again, if you're tuning in on Spuds TV, we'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties that we ran into earlier. Here comes the first pitch. That one fouled high and left out of the park. Strike 1. We thank you for sticking with us, finding the new stream. Everything should be good to go now from here on out. So top of the 6th, 0-1 on its way, 2 outs. That one evens the count at 1-1. So number 15, Derek Wood, the lefty in the box. Here comes the even pitch, a big swing and a miss, strike 2. So Clark looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Here comes the 1-2. That one will be high for a ball. So here comes the 2-2. That one swung at towards the shortstop, fielded cleanly by Schwartzberg's. Passes it over the first base for out number 3. So no damage allowed. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th, but before we do, I'd like to give a quick shout out to one of the Spuds owners, Shaughnessy, watching all the way from Apollo Beach, Florida. So even though across the country, still finding a way to support the Spuds. We'll be right back for the action in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Spuds trail the Bison 3-1. So here we are, the bottom of the 6th inning. the lefty Tyler Castelli leading things off.
Tyler Castelli.
So still just one hit so far on the day for the Spuds. That first pitch curves in there for a ball. That one swung at, that'll find the gap in right field. So a leadoff base hit for the lefty Tyler Castelli. See if that gets things rolling for the Spuds offense.
First baseman number 34, Tyler Stone.
So Tyler Stone now up for the Spuds. Like I mentioned earlier, Stone leading the team in batting average at .467. Here comes the 0-0 pitch with one on. That one will be low for a ball. So a 1-0 start. Slowick still on the mound for the Bison, dealing to the lefty Tyler Stone. Castelli got things going for the Spuds with the leadoff single. Comes the 1-0 pitch. That one swung at towards the first baseman, Tolk. He makes the grab and will outrun Stone to first for the first out of the inning. That's Castelli, who made his way from first to second. Stone tagged out at first. Now a runner in scoring position brings up the center fielder, Will Girardi, number 17. So Girardi on the year, batting .250 in his one game appearance, 4 at-bats, 1 hit. Here comes the first pitch, Slowick to Girardi. It's Castelli standing at second. First pitch, and they're inside for a ball. So 1 ball, 0 strikes. As Slowick on the mound takes a peek back at Castelli. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one, big swing and a miss from Girardi. Even the count up. 1-1. Still only 1 out, a runner in scoring position. Here comes that one. That one swung at, fouled back. That'll be strike 2. So a 1-2 count. The righty Slowick to the lefty hitter Girardi. Spuds trailing this one 3-1. 1 out. Comes the 1-2. That one swung at. That'll stay fair. A diving play by first baseman Mitchell Tolk gets the out in time. So a great diving play from the first baseman Mitchell Tolk. Extends his arm to make the grab and then gets up and beats Girardi to the bag for out number 2.
Designated hitter number 28, Tyler Miller.
So now Castelli at third base with 2 outs brings up Tyler Miller. That one swung at first base line again, but that one goes foul. So 0-1 start. The designated hitter for the Spuds, Tyler Miller, in his Spuds debut, looking for his first hit. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Castelli at third. That one curves in there, stays high. Ball. So 1-1 count. On its way, that one also high, ball 2. So 2-1 count now. Slowick dealing to the lefty Miller. That one on its way, skips in there, ball 3. The catcher, Luke Bannister, able to corral that one as Castelli stands at third, looking to score another run for the Spuds. So 2 outs. Hitters count 3-1. Comes the pitch from Slowick. That one will be low. Count it as ball 4. So Tyler Miller, the DH, walks to first. Runners now at the corners. Brings up Gabe Garrett, the second baseman, batting .273 on the season, 11 at-bats, 3 hits, a single RBI. So with runners on the corner, coach having a chat with Garrett, letting him know what he wants to do here. I would presume hit the ball for an RBI. So the head coach for the Bison having a chat with pitcher Slowick, who's in his 6th inning here today. Looks like he'll stay out on the mound.
Attention, please. Pinch running at first base, number 3, Chase Burke.
So Chase Burke, pinch runner, comes in for Tyler Miller after being walked. So here we are, the bottom of the 6th inning. Gabe Garrett, number 15, the second baseman. Has a few hits on the year, stepping into the box. Runners at first and third. The pinch runner, Chase Burke, first pick attempt towards him. Chase Burke will slide back in time for safe. So still the 0-0 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Bison up 2 here at Wolf Field. Here comes the pitch. The runner goes. That's Chase Burke making it there without a doubt. So the pinch runner comes in and steals the base off the first pitch. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Here comes the second pitch. That one swung at towards the third baseman. Fielded cleanly from Keegan Schultz and whips it over to first. So 2 runners left on the bag in scoring position for the Spuds. The score remains 3-1 as we'll move to the top of the 7th inning. So Spuds TV, we'll be right back. So as the players come out and toss some free T-shirts to the crowd, I'd like to take a moment to shout out our social medias once more. You can follow us at Facebook at Spuds Baseball Club. Find us at Twitter as well at Spuds Baseball, and if you look up the same handle on Instagram, we'll be there as well. So follow our socials to stay up to date with anything to do Canyon County Spuds. The top of the 7th inning is Quinn McCafferty, the shortstop, who has a base hit today. The Bison still lead this one 3-1. Here comes the first pitch from Henry Clark. That one curves in there but stays high. Ball 1. So the Bison out hitting the Spuds tonight, 8-2. The Spuds also with 3 errors. The second pitch in there for another ball. The 2-0. That one also skips in there low. Now a 2-0 count. Comes that pitch. That one will find the strike zone. 2-1. Here comes pitch from Clark. That one outside. So excuse me, there was 3 balls there. That'll be ball 4. So the leadoff walk for McCafferty as he makes his way to first base.
Second baseman, Penn.
So now the second baseman batting third in the lineup, Justin Panton, the lefty, will step into the box with now a runner at first. No outs. The top of the 7th here at Wolf Field. Here comes the first pitch. That one will stay high. Ball 1.
Got some mashers, huh? Just fucking awesome.
So the 1-0 count. The Bison lead this one 3-1, no outs. Runner at first. Here comes the pitch. That one will be low and inside. The runner goes to second. An errant throw from the catcher. Nonetheless, Quinn McCafferty will hold up at second base. So Keller's throw from home plate got a little bit away from him. No one able to make the play at second. So McCafferty makes his way to scoring position at second base. So 2 balls, no strikes. Clark to Panton. That one in there for strike 1. So now the count moves to 2-1. A runner at second, still no outs here in the top of the 7th. Clark takes a peek at McCafferty. That one in there, big swing and a miss, evens the count up at 2-2. So Panton in the box, the lefty, a 2-2 count. Looking at Henry Clark on the mound, 1 strikeout so far today. His second appearance in the Spuds uniform. That one gets away from Clark. Move the count to full. So McCafferty at second base. Had the walk and then stole. 0 outs on that way. Big swing and a miss. So strikeout number 2 for Henry Clark. So that retires Panton for the first out of the inning. Brings up Nico Pezzanella, the designated hitter, the lefty for the Bison. Fresh count. Clark to Pezzanella. Runner at second, first pitch on its way. That'll find the outside of the strike zone, strike 1. 0-1 count to start. Clark dealing to Pezzanella. That's Quinn McCafferty, the shortstop at second base. That one low, handled by the catcher Jeremy Keller. Holds up McCafferty at second, nonetheless. Ball number 1. 1-1 count, 1 out in the top of the 7th. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Clark. That one outside, ball 2. 2-1 count. McCafferty at second base. Clark looks back at him. Now looks back to Pezzanella. Here comes the pitch. That one swung at towards left field. That's Tyler Castelli going back to make the grab. Makes the grab, and McCafferty holds up at second. So now out number 2 here in the top of the 7th inning as Pezzanella pops out to Castelli in the left. Brings up Luke Bannister, batting 5th tonight. A couple of singles, the catcher, wearing number 10. So a runner still at second in McCafferty. Here comes the first pitch. That one swung at towards the shortstop. Schwartzberg makes the play, tosses it over to Stone for out 3. So a runner left in scoring position there for the Bison. As they still lead this one 3-1, we'll move to the bottom of the 7th inning as the Spuds look to mount a comeback and get their first win of the season. We thank you for joining in to Spuds TV. We'll be right back. So the crowd sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" there in the 7th inning stretch. Brings up Jeremy Keller, the catcher for the Spuds. Count starts with 1 ball, a 1-0 start. Slowick still on the mound. Here comes the pitch. That one swung at towards the third baseman, Schultz. Fielded cleanly, tossed over to first for out 1. So after Keller, we'll bring up the shortstop, Schwartzberg.
So Schwartzberg will step in now, the shortstop for the Spuds.
The shortstop, number 2.
Here we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 quick out there as Keller grounds out to the third baseman, Keegan Schultz. Brings up Schwartzberg. Here comes pitch 1. That one skips in there, low and outside. We'll start with a 1-0 count. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. On its way, that one makes contact with Schwartzberg straight into the back. Schwartzberg hit earlier today. Draws his second hit by pitch. That one will sting a little bit. Schwartzberg looks to walk that one off. Seems to be okay, which everybody likes to see. So Dawson Baracani, batting 9th in the lineup, will make his way into the batter's box after the head coach comes and has a chat with him. So 1 out. Schwartzberg now at first after being hit by that pitch. Brings up Dawson Baracani. Appeared in last game, couldn't find a hit. Here comes pitch number 1. That one curves in there for a strike. So as you'll see on your screen, moving from right to left. Here comes a train, something I like to point out. One of the unique features here at Wolf Field. Doesn't get old to see that thing drive by behind center field. Here comes pitch number 2. That one high and inside. Evens the count up at 1-1. So a runner at first, 1-1 count, 1 out. Spuds trail by 2. Slowick still on the mound, his 7th inning of pitching. Here comes that one. The runner will go. That's number 2, Schwartzberg. And it ended up nicking him. So Baracani moves to first from being hit from that pitch, as Schwartzberg was heading to first, heading from first to second anyways, but will be in there safe. So 2 runners on now for the Spuds, as the coach for the Bison will come out for another chat with Slowick.
The Spuds and Bison are a 5-game series starting tonight. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all games at 7 o'clock, and then the final game Sunday at 5.
So still 1 out. Runners at first and second now. It looks like Slowick's day will be done. In comes number 12 for the Bison. So that looks like...
Don't type his name in yet.
So a new pitcher for the Bison, who joined their team today. We know his first name is Patrick, but we're still looking on getting that last name for you guys. The big right-hander will be on the mound now for Gem City. So Lucas Danielwicks, the top of the order for the Spuds, comes to the plate with 2 runners on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, facing a new pitcher. So the new pitcher is Patrick Richardson, the right-hander wearing number 12. His first pitch, bunt shown from Danielwicks, that one in there for a strike.
For Gem City, number 12, Patrick Richardson.
Welcome back, a brand new pitcher for the Gem City
So Patrick Richardson comes in for relief for Slowick after pitching nearly 7 full innings. That one in there for ball number 1. So a 1-1 count to start the day for the new pitcher Richardson, as Lucas Danielwicks in the box for the Spuds. So Richardson facing the top of the lineup. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That one also high, ball 2. With 2-1, 2 runners on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Richardson. That one outside. Now 3-1. So a favorable count for Lucas Danielwicks, as Schwartzberg is at second base and Baracani at first for the Spuds. So still only 1 out. Here comes the 3-1. On its way, that one finds the corner of the strike zone. We'll move that one to full. So the full count, 2 runners on. Danielwicks looking at the new pitcher, Patrick Richardson. Here comes the 3-2. Runners go. That one will be fouled off. So that was Schwartzberg looking to take off from second to third. Will have to trot back to second after Daniel Wicks fouled that pitch off. So the count will stay at 3-2, and we'll do it again. The first game of this 5-game home series for the Spuds. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one high, a walk. So the bases will be loaded for the Spuds. Brings up Tyler Castelli, has a base hit today.
Your left fielder, number 9, Tyler Castelli.
So a great position here for the Spuds to make this comeback. Trailing by 2. Bases now loaded. The lefty Tyler Castelli stepping into the box. It's Daniel Wicks on first, Baracani at second, and Schwartzberg standing at third base. A fresh count, Patrick Richardson, his second batter. That one in there high for a ball. So the 1-0 count. Richardson to Castelli, the righty to the lefty. Here comes the 1-0. That one will find the strike zone, even the count up at 1-1. So the Spuds looking for their first win, trail this one by 2. Bases loaded. Here comes that pitch. That one will find the inside of the strike zone. A 1-2 count now. Bases loaded. 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes the pitch from Richardson. That one, big swing and a miss for Richardson's first strikeout. A good time for him to find it. That'll be the second out of the inning with the bases loaded. So now brings up the big first baseman, the lefty hitter, 34, Tyler Stone. He has the best average on the team through 3 games. He's got 7 hits at 15 at-bats. So the man you want to see if you're a fan of the Spuds here. Bases loaded. 0-0. Here comes the first pitch. That one check swing in there for a strike. So the 0-1 count to start. Richardson facing Tyler Stone. Bases loaded. 3 runners have been walked. That big swing and a miss for strike 2 from Tyler Stone. So Daniel Wicks stands at first. Baracani at second. Schwartzberg at third. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Richardson to Stone. The bases are loaded. Here comes the 0-2. That one will be high and outside. We'll move the count to 1-2. So good eye there from Stone. Stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spuds trailing 2 runs. Here comes the 1-2. That one swung out straight to the pitcher. Can he pick it up and handle it? He can. So bases loaded, and the Spuds can't convert any runs. So the score will remain 3-1 as Stone's grounder hits Patrick Richardson, knocks his glove off, but able to bend down, pick the ball up, and flip it to first for out number 3. That'll move us to the top of the 8th inning here at Wolf Field. The Spuds still trail 2. We'll be right back. So we move to the top of the 8th inning. Leading off will be Keegan Schultz. Wearing number 21, playing third base today for the Bison. The tall right-handed hitter. He's got a base hit earlier today. Bison still leading this one 3-1. Here comes the first pitch. That one swung at towards the shortstop, Schwartzberg. He makes the play. Will the throw be in time? Stone can't corral it. So a good play from Schwartzberg to make the grab, but the throw hops in there to Stone, and he can't get his glove on it.
First baseman number 33, Mitchell Tolk.
So a leadoff single for Keegan Schultz brings up Mitchell Tolk, who has an RBI double earlier today. So the leadoff single puts a man at first. The 0-0 count, no outs. Henry Clark on the mound. Here comes the first pitch. That one's big, swing and a miss for strike one. So a little scoring recap. The Bison scoring 1 in the 3rd and 2 more in the 4th. And the Spuds finding their 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd. Leaves us here at 3-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes the 0-1. That one swung at towards the third base line, but foul. So the count now evens up at, count moves to 0-2. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, no outs to start the top of the 8th. Here comes the pitch. That one swung at and fouled off. The count will stay 0-2, and we'll redo that pitch. Clark on the mound came in for relief a couple of innings ago. He's got 2 strikeouts. No runs allowed on his day. Here comes the 0-2. That one curves in there but stays high for ball number 1. The 1-2 count. Henry Clark dealing to Tolk. Big right-hand hitter. Got the double on the day. That one swung at and fouled off. Count will stay at 2-1. We'll try that one more time. So Schultz had the leadoff single, still standing at first as we are here in beautiful Caldwell, Idaho. Great backdrop here at Wolf Field as the sun slowly starts to set. Just a few clouds in sight. Here comes the 1-2. That one skips in there for a ball. Handled well by Jeremy Keller behind the plate. Holds up Schultz at first. So the 0-2, now the 2-2. Two count, Clark to Tolk. Runner will go. That one swung at and fouled off. So Schultz was trying to make his way from first to second, but will have to make his way back to first, as Tolk was able to foul that one back. The count still at 2-2. Henry Clark on the mound. Top of the 8th inning, still no outs. Clark looking for his 3rd strikeout. A pickoff attempt, not in time. The crowd thought that Clark had that one, but umpire calls him safe. Two count to Mitchell Tolk. On its way, that one low and outside. We'll move the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, still no outs. Top of the 8th. Bison still lead this one 3-1. The full count. Clark delivers. That one stays high, won't find the strike zone, so it'll be a walk. So now runners at first and second. That's Tolk walked to first, and Schultz at second after he started the inning with a base hit. So now the right fielder, Tico Pereira, up to bat for the Bison with a runner in scoring position and still no outs in the top of the 8th. Here comes that one. That one swung on, high foul ball out of play. Strike one. So the 0-1 start from Henry Clark to Pereira after Clark walked his last hitter. Here comes the 0-1. That one a little outside. Will even the count up at 1-1. 1-1 count. Clark on the mound still hasn't let up a run today. Here comes the pitch. That one big swing and a miss. Strike number 2. So now the 1-2 count to Tico Pereira, the right-handed hitter looking at the right-handed pitcher. Still no outs, 2 runners on. Comes the pitch. That one curves in there, but called ball. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still no outs. Spuds looking to find their first. Clark on the mound, 2 strikeouts so far on the day. Here comes the 2-2. Runner goes from second to third. That one swung at the third base line, but will go foul. So that was Keegan Schultz, who took off from second base, headed to third. But Pereira took a swing at that one, and it went foul. So both runners return to their original places, and the count stays at 2-2. Still looking for the first out of the inning. Here comes the pitch. That one, big swing and a miss, a strikeout from Henry Clark. A big strikeout there. Gives the Spuds the first out of the inning and keeps the runners stalled at first and second. So now, batting 9th tonight for the Bison, brings up the left fielder, Justin Ross. It was a base hit. Looking at Henry Clark after his 3rd strikeout. Clark looks back. The runner goes from second to third. Strike. Will the throw be in time? It is. So both runners decide to go there, and that was Keegan Schultz making his way from second to third successfully, but Mitchell Tolk called out at second. Coach for the Bison doesn't like the call, so he'll has a chat with the ump. So a single runner now at third base, which is Keegan Schultz, who had the leadoff base hit. Still leaves Justin Ross on the mound. So the 1-0 start. Runner at third in Keegan Schultz. So Clark to Ross. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Big swing towards center field. That's Will Girardi sliding in to make the grab for out number 3. So a great play there from the center fielder, Will Girardi, as the Spuds limit the damage. No runs, a runner left at third will end the top of the 8th. So we'll move to the bottom. The Spuds still trail this one 3-1, looking to make a comeback. We'll be right back with the action. So now we move to the bottom of the 8th inning, and after making an incredible sliding grab for the third out, he'll make his way to the batter's box. That's Will Girardi, the center fielder, the left-handed hitter.
Making an excellent play in the field. Now up to bat for the Spuds. Steps into the left-handed batter.
So leading off the bottom of the 8th is Will Girardi wearing 17. Girardi batting .250 on the season in his 4 at-bats. Here comes the first pitch in there for strike one. So the 0-1 count. Spuds still trail this one by 2. Here comes the pitch. That one big swing and a miss from the lefty. Girardi will move the count to 0-2. So the Spuds, their single run coming from a balk in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The runner was on third and made his way home. So here comes the 0-2 to Girardi. That one gets away from Patrick Richardson for ball 1. So the 1-2, the leadoff hitter, Will Girardi, here in the bottom of the 8th. The catcher, Bannister, will come out, have a quick chat with Richardson after that pitch got a little bit away from him. Quick chat is over. They'll both make their way back to their respective spot on the diamond. So here we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. No outs. First at bat of the inning is Will Girardi. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. That one just a bit outside, evens the count up at 2-2. So Richardson coming in for relief. Last inning for the Bison. 1 strikeout so far. His first day on the team. Here comes the pitch. That one swung at and missed. So strikeout number 2 for Patrick Richardson as he retires Will Girardi to start the inning. That'll bring up the D8. Oh, excuse me, a pinch hitter coming in to bat after Girardi is number 3, Chase Burke. So Chase Burke coming in as the DH. We'll see if he can get something going for the Spuds as they trail this one by 2. Here comes the pitch. Bunt shown. That one fouled. First strike. Excuse me. No contact was made. Ball 1. So here comes the second pitch. Richardson to Chase Burke, the DH. That one will be inside for a ball. So a 1-1 count now.
That's a joke.
So even count. Chase Burke, DH. That pitch to Burke out upstairs for ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. No Spuds on base.
Here comes the 2-1 to Burke. Richardson, 2 strikeouts, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That one also high. That'll move the count to 3-1. So advantage to Burke, who comes in as the DH. Looking for his first hit of the season. Here comes the 3-1. That one check swing in there for a strike. So we'll move the count to full. Richardson dealing to Chase Burke. The full count. 1 out. Here comes the pitch. That one way inside. Burke scoots away from being hit. nonetheless a walk. So Burke comes in as the DH and draws a walk, so he'll make his way to first base. That will bring up Gabe Garrett now, the second baseman, who's still looking for his first hit tonight.
Go ahead, take the ball from him, give him a handshake, and come bring in another guy from the bullpen. We'll tell you more about him.
So it looks like another pitching change being made here for the Bison. We'll let you know what his name is after this short break. It's Gabe Garrett, going to be stepping in to the box for the Spuds with one runner at first as the Spuds look to mount this 2-point comeback. We'll be right back. So the bottom of the eighth set to be resumed after Patrick Richardson pitches a couple of innings and pulled for Marcos Feria, wearing number 2 for the Bison.
Number 2, Marcos Feria.
So one out here in the bottom of the eighth inning.
Baseman number 15, Gabe Garrett.
Chase Burke, who came in as a designated hitter, drew a walk. So he stands at first, a fresh count. Feria's first pitch to Gabe Garrett. That one gets away from him inside, and Chase Burke will safely make his way from first to second. That was the catcher Bannister losing track of the ball, giving an opportunity for Chase Burke to steal a base. So now a runner in scoring position, one out. Count at 1-0. Gabe Garrett in the box. Here comes the 1-0. Bunt shown, but that one will be outside for ball 2. So a 2-0 start for Marcos Feria's day on the mound. Runner at second. Feria looks back at Burke. Here comes the 2-0. That one in there for his first strike. So Feria showing a little bit of a sidearm toss on the mound. Comes in to relieve Richardson, the third pitcher of the night for the Bison. So the 2-1 count. Feria to Gabe Garrett on its way. That one swung at and will be fouled off out of the park, which will even the count 2-2. So the even count with one out here in the bottom of the eighth inning. Chase Burke came in as the DH, stands at second base. Here comes the pitch to Garrett. That one swung on, fouled off towards the same spot on the right side. Will leave the count at 2-2, and we'll try that pitch once more. So the lights on out here in Caldwell. The sky turns dark. Faria looking back at Burke. Steps off the mound. Burke returns to second. So Burke teasing with Faria on the mound. Nonetheless, the count stays 2-2 with just one out here in the bottom of the eighth. The Spuds trailing 2. Spuds 1 run coming early on in the bottom of the third. Here comes the pitch, swung at. That'll find the gap in center field. Chase Burke will round third base and head home. The throw will not be in time. So an RBI single for Gabe Garrett to get one back for the Spuds. The score moves to 3-2. Spuds just down 1 now. So Chase Burke comes in as the DH, is walked, steals second, and then able to make his way from second to home after the base hit from Gabe Garrett. Will count it as an RBI for him. Brings up the catcher, his Spuds debut, looking for his first hit, Jeremy Keller. So now the Spuds only trail 1. A runner on at first base brings in Jeremy Keller. Looking at the new pitcher, Marcus Faria. Here comes the pitch. That one finds the inside of the strike zone, strike 1. So an 0-1 start to Keller. Tight game, 3-2. Here comes the pitch. That one swung on, fouled back. We'll move the count 0 balls, 2 strikes now. So advantage to the pitcher. Jeremy Keller looking for hit number 1 in his Spuds debut. The righty pitcher to the righty hitter. Here comes the 0-2. On its way, big swing and a miss. Strike out for Marcus Faria, his first one of the day. So Keller strikes out, brings up the shortstop Schwartzberg now with 2 outs. And Garrett still standing at first base after the RBI single. So here comes Schwartzberg for the Spuds. Fresh count, 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch. That one swung at, barely chopped at. It'll go towards the second baseman. Flipped, not in time at second. So that one comes off the inside of his bat. Able to drop in an awkward spot towards the second baseman, Justice Panton. Comes up, makes the grab, flips it to second base, but not in time. So we'll count that as a base hit for Zachary Schwartzberg. As Dawson Barakani, the bottom of the lineup tonight, walks into the box for the Spuds with a runner on first and second. So the momentum, you can slowly feel it shifting towards the Spuds. A little excitement growing in the crowd. Here comes Dawson Barakani. Runners at first and second. First pitch, low, ball 1. So bottom of the 8th inning. Spuds got one back, just trailing by 1. Looking for their first win on the year. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Barakani. That one, big swing and a miss from Barakani. Evens the count up at 1-1. So Garrett stands at second, Schwartzberg stands at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Delivered, swung at. Another swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Dawson Barakani. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. The Spuds still trailing 1 to the Gem City Bison. Here comes the 1-2. He takes a peek back at second and will step off the mound. So Baracani called time there. The crowd really starting to get into it. Here comes the 1-2. Faria looks on. Runners will go. That one outside, and both runners will successfully advance. So the count moves to 2-2. Now runners both in scoring position. That's Gabe Garrett at third and Schwartzberg at second. So the leading runs on base for the Spuds. Here comes the 2-2 to Baracani. On its way and swung and missed. A big strikeout there for Marcus Faria, his second one of the inning after coming in for relief. So 1 run scored for the Spuds. They leave 2 on and will move to the 9th inning. The Spuds still trail 1, looking to mount the comeback. We'll be right back on Spuds TV. So for everybody tuning in, I'd like to give one last reminder to make your way down to the Caldwell Starbucks. Tell them go Spuds, and you'll get yourself a 2-for-1 ticket redeemable at any Spuds home game. This is only game 1 of this 5-game home stretch for the Spuds. And looking into the forecast, the next 4 days look beautiful. So go get yourself a 2-for-1 and make yourself out here to Wolf Field. Here comes pitch number 1 in there for a ball as Henry Clark deals to number 15, Derek Wood. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to the center fielder. That one swung on towards left field. The shortstop calls everybody off. That's Schwartzberg going back, making the grab. So Derek Wood pops out to Schwartzberg for out number 1. Brings up Quinn McCafferty, batting second in the lineup tonight for the Bison. Looking at Henry Clark. Henry Clark came in earlier, still has yet to allow a run. Here comes the first pitch. That one catches the corner, strike 1. So the 0-1. Spuds just trailing this 1-1 now. That pitch in there for strike 2. So 2 good pitches from Henry Clark to McCafferty as we find ourselves here with the 0-2 count. Here comes the third pitch. Just low, ball 1. So a 1-2 count now with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. That pitch gets outside. Evens the count up at 2-2. So that one got a little bit away from Henry Clark as the catcher Jeremy Keller couldn't hold on to it. We'll even the count up at 2-2. So here comes the 2-2. That one way high. Moves the count to full. So that one goes above McCafferty's head for a ball. So 3-2 count. Here comes the full. That one swung at, fouled off, so the count will stay at 3 balls, 2 strikes, and we'll do this one again. 1 out in the top of the 9th. The Bison still holding on to their lead. It's been cut down to 1 run after the Spuds got one back last inning. Here in game 1 of the 5-game series. Here comes the full count pitch. That one swung at towards left field. It'll be fouled. So yet again, the count will stay at 3-2. Clark on the mound, 3 strikeouts on the day. Here comes the full count. Swung at, same direction, fouled off yet again. The count remains at 3-2. A little bit of a battle here between Clark and McCafferty. Here comes the pitch, swung at, same exact spot, the 3rd time in a row for another foul. So Clark and McCafferty really going at it here at this at-bat. As the count will remain at full. Clark delivers. That one swung at, and would you believe me if I said it went to the same spot as the last 3. There's another foul ball for McCafferty. Three balls, 2 strikes. We do this pitch once more. On its way, that one stays high for a ball. So a walk for McCafferty. He'll make his way to first base. We'll bring up the second baseman, Justice Panton.
Second baseman, Patton.
So 1 out, a fresh count. To Justice Panton, doesn't it? Here comes the pitch from Clark. Runner goes from first to second. The throw will be a little bit high. That Schwartzberg, who laid out to grab the ball, lands awkwardly. He gets up, kind of walks that one off. Looks to be all right. So the throw from home a little bit high from Keller. As Schwartzberg came over to make the play. But nonetheless, McCafferty with a successful stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position. Clark looks back at McCafferty. Here comes the pitch. That one misses outside for a ball.
1-1. Sorry, my bad.
1 ball, 1 strike. A runner at second. Here comes Clark's pitch to Pan. That one swung on and fouled off for strike 2. So we'll move the count to 1-2. Clark still holding on to his no-run day as he came in for relief earlier today. Runner at second. Here comes the pitch. That one finds the strike zone for strike 3. So Panton strikes out. Henry Clark's 4th strikeout of the day, counted as the 2nd out of the inning, brings up the designated hitter, number 26, Nico Pezzanella. So 2 outs now in the top of the 9th as the Bison up 1. They had a run in the 3rd and 2 more in the 4th and have been scoreless since. A runner at second. Here comes the pitch to Pezzanella. That one check swing, called strike 1. The Spuds, 1 run coming the bottom of the 3rd and the other one coming in the 8th. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. That one skips in there inside, handled cleanly by the catcher, Jeremy Keller. Will hold up the runner at second. So 1-1 count now. Still 2 outs. Clark to the DH, Pezzanella. That one slides in there low for ball 2. So a couple of pitches in a row, skip in there, moves the count to 2-1. Runner at second, 2 outs. 2-1 pitch, swung at high towards right field. That's Daniel Wicks going back. That one goes off the wall, so the runner will score. That's Quinn McCafferty. Makes his way home, so it's a 1-run double for the DH, Nico Panzanella. So the score now moves back to 2-run differential as the Bison up 4-2. So that one from Panzanella just about got out of the ballpark, hits off the wall out there in right field. Here comes the pitch. Outside. So the 1-0 count to start. A runner still at second base. That's Panzanella at second after his RBI double. That one chopped at foul. Even the count up at 1-1. Once again, this is game 1, the 5-game series here at Wolf Field in Caldwell. The Spuds looking for their first win of the season. The Bison come into this one 3 wins, 2 losses. Here comes the pitch. That one in there, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner at second base. The Bison leading this one by 2. Here comes the pitch from Clark to Luke Bannister. That one swung at towards the center field. A diving play by the shortstop. Can't corral it cleanly. So a base hit. His 3rd one of the day, Luke Bannister. So runners now at the corners. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Brings up Keegan Schultz.
Third baseman, number 21, Keegan Schultz. Third baseman, Schultz.
So now a fresh count. Clark delivering to Schultz. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. That one will be low for ball number 1. So now a 1-0 start. With 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. The Bison up 2. Here comes the pitch. That one finds the corner of the strike zone, so we'll even up the count at 1-1. So Panzanella standing at third base after he had an RBI double. Move from second to third from the base hit from Luke Bannister. Here comes the 1-1. That one gets outside, counted as ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Still 2 outs here in top of the 9th. Pickoff attempt. Bannister slides back in time. 2 outs, top of 9 inning. A 2-1 count, runners in the corners. Here comes the pitch. That one will be high and in there for a ball. So now a 3-1 count. Clark to the third baseman, Keegan Schultz. Got a base hit earlier. Here comes the 3-1. That one swung at, fouled up, and hits the light pole. Out of play nonetheless. Strike number 2 will move the count to full. 2 outs, a full count. Runners at third and first. Bison up 2. Clark on the mound. Here comes the full count pitch. That one swung at and fouled. So the count will stay at full, and we'll do it once more. Once again, here goes Henry Clark with the pitch. On its way. That one will be high, and it will be a 6-pitch walk. So now the bases will be loaded as Keller comes out to have a quick chat with Clark. Coach will also come out. As the bases are loaded now, still just 2 outs. We'll see if the Spuds go to the bullpen. So the Spuds do go to the pen. Clark's day is over. 4 strikeouts, just 1 run allowed. We'll bring in a new pitcher for the Spuds. That is the lefty McFadden coming in as the closer. So Blake McFadden comes in here at the top of the 9th inning with the bases loaded. We'll let him warm up his arm, and we'll take a short break.